Good morning, kids, company, family, and friends. Let me take my mask off so you can hear me properly from behind the ears and off so that we avoid touching our face. So it is story time, one of my favorite times of the day. And today we're going to read one of my favorite African stories, which is the Wild Fluffalump. Strange word. Let's see what happens. The Wild Fluffalump, a bedtime story. On the African plain at the foot of a tree, a creature woke up and said, "What can I be? I'm fluffy and puffy. I wasn't last night, and I wasn't so round, and I wasn't Snow White." What happened last night was that high in the tree played Leopard's small child, so naughty and wild, while leaping and dancing and bouncing with glee. He knocked down the seeds from the cottonwool tree. The seeds split in two with a crack and then puff. They fell to the ground in a snowstorm of fluff. The creature said, puzzled, "While I was asleep, something happened to make me all soft like a sheep. I don't recognize who I am, not at all. Do I walk? Do I roll? Oh, I'm a giant white ball. I might be a bird, or maybe a mammal, or a snake, or a fish, or a bee, or a camel." The meerkats came up and inspected the thing. They patted and poked it and asked, "Can it sing? It's puffy and fluffy and looks like a bump. We know what it is. It's a wild fluffalump." "A fluffalump? Nonsense, there's no such thing," said Eagle, who poked it quite hard with her wing. "It's a bird," said the buffalo, giving a snort. "But it can't be an ostrich. Its legs are too short." Lion stretched out his paw, found a leg, and then said, "It's thick like a tree and it's heavy as lead." "It isn't a tree," the hyena giggled. "I gave it a poke, and it squeaked and it wriggled." Said Fluffalump, turning to cheeky hyena, "Phew! You need a bath, and your teeth could be cleaner." The vulture complained, "Too much fluff and no fat. Even if I was starving, I wouldn't eat that." The bush baby said, "Well, perhaps it's like me, all fluffy and soft. Does it live in a tree?" Rhino gave it a push and said, "On the whole, it seems to be round, but why won't it roll?" Along came Giraffe. She started to laugh. She poked with her nose and exclaimed, "Oh, it's got toes!" Then Fluffalump said very loudly, "No poking, and I'll get very cross if you lick me, no joking." Leopard's child found an end, so he gave it a shake. But he ran off in fright, yelling, "Help, it's a snake!" Poor Fluffalump jumped, crying, "That's quite enough. Leave my tail alone and don't be so rough." Then Fluffalump set out across the savannah, saying, "What do I eat? Oh, I'd like a banana. Now that I'm thirsty, I'd like a cold drink. But can I drink water, or will I turn pink?" And then, as it does on the African plain, the sky went all dark, and it started to rain. The water poured down, it got wetter and wetter, and washed off some fluff so they could all see better. Big Crocodile gave the small bottom a bite, which made Fluffalump trumpet, it got such a fight. "Roar!" Small stripy mouse whispered, "It may not be hairy, but what a loud noise, that was terribly scary." "It can't be a lion," giggled the littlest monkey. "It hasn't got claws, and its nose is all trunky." "Hold on, everybody, that wasn't a roar," said Elephant, laughing. "I've heard that before." And picking it up with her elegant trunk, she went to the lake where she gave it a dunk. She took it and shook it and sprayed it with water, until finally Fluffalump looked like it ought to. "Look!" shouted Fluffalump. "Look, I'm a mammal, not a fish or a bird, not even a camel." And when an elephant asked, "Were you lost in the wild?" "Of course not," he cried. "I'm Elephant's child." Then closing his eyes, he collapsed in a heap, saying, "Now that I'm me, I can go back to sleep."